discussing Charlotte Bronte's Jane Eyre. We have with us today Professor of Literature Isabel Kingsley, author of Luna the Great Caitlin Ketchum, and editor of Jane Eyre magazine Alicia Lucia. I'm your host Hannah Williams, and welcome to Book Talk. Today we will be talking about chapters 26 through 31 of Jane Eyre. First we will discuss chapter 26. Caitlin, as an author, what do you think is important about chapter 26, and how do you feel about Charlotte Bronte's style of writing?
Obviously, the wedding and the discovery of Rochester's existing wife is the main focus of chapter 26. I think it is important to recognize Jane's dignity and strength with the discovery of Bertha.
Caitlin, I agree. Throughout the novel, a recurring theme is Jane's self-respect and independence, which is also seen in chapter 27.
I think it is also important to note how calm Jane remained after such a dramatic scene.
Here's a clip from Oscar-winning adaptation of Jane Eyre.
And like flow in my love, let's stop a moment and catch our breath.
We are gathered here today to witness the union between Jane Eyre and Edward Rochester. Soon they will be bound in holy matrimony. Before we begin, if there is any impediment to prevent these two from being bound for life, speak now or forever hold your peace. Do you, Edward?
There is an impediment! Mr. Edward Fairfax Rochester is married to Bertha Mason. I have the wedding certificate right here.
Bigamy is a foul word, but it is the truth.
This is a sacred place.
Come all of you, it is time to meet my wife. The girl knew nothing of my wretchedness. She is free of blame. How was your charge today?
Ravenous and outrageous, sir. I think she sees you.
Now can you see why I did what I did? This cannot be the only loving embrace I am ever to know.
As you can see, this is a very dramatic scene. Despite the heartbreaking news, Jane does not succumb to Rochester's offer in the next chapter.
This is especially sad because throughout the novel, Jane is searching for love in a home, and when she finally finds it, it is taken from her.
This is a theme throughout most of the novel, the search for happiness and a stable home. Since Jane has never known that until she comes to Thornfield.
Let's play another clip from the movie.
Jane, how are you? I shall be better soon. No tears? No shouting? I was expecting a scene. But this is much worse. I am weak, sir.
Jane, I did not mean to hurt you. I do not consider myself married to that thing. I love you more than anything else.
I believe you.
Come with me to France. No one knows us there. Who would care?
I would. Sir, all has changed. I must leave you.
Think of me. Think of my suffering. What will I do?
Do as I do. Trust in God and yourself. I am leaving.
Jane! Jane!
Although Jane always shows determination and strength, we see in chapters 27 how vulnerable and sad she is about losing love, and how this especially carries into chapter 28. Chapter 28 truly tests Jane when she is poor and starving on the streets.
When Jane leaves Thornfield, which has become her home, it shows how quickly things went from being perfect to being horrible, and once again she's looking for love and stability.
Also, this brings up another theme in the novel, God and religion versus love and passion. Jane would live happily with the man she loved if she runs away with Rochester, but she thinks that in God's eye, she will be in the wrong and she will stick to her morals.
Hello? Do you know of any work, or do you have any food to spare?
Here!
Please, do you have any food?
We don't accept beggars here.
I wish I were dead. All men must die, but not all are condemned to meet a lingering and premature doom, such as yours would be if you perished here of want.
St. John, who is that?
I hope she's okay.
What is your name?
Jane Elliott. In chapter 28, Jane is seen at her lowest point, but even though she is starving and helpless, she still finds strength in God and is saved by St. John, who serves as Mr. Rochester's foil in the novel.
In chapter 29, we learn more about the Rivers family who have taken Jane in.
Let's take a look.
How are you feeling?
Much better. I shall be back on my feet again soon.
There's no rush. We like having you here.
Thank you, but I'd like to look for work.
I'm sorry for throwing you out. You were dressed in such fine clothes, I didn't think you needed help. Do you go begging often?
I'm no more a beggar than you or the fine ladies that you live with.
I told you I apologize.
I do not think well of you because you turn me away, but because you judge me because I have no money. Some of the best people in the world have been as destitute as I am, and if you consider yourself a Christian, you ought not consider poverty a crime.
I apologize. You seem like a decent creature.
Thank you. I forgive you. Tell me about the people who live here. What is their story?
Mr. Rivers, their father, lost most of the family's fortune in a bad business deal. Diana and Mary work as governesses. They're only here at the Moore house because their father died 3 weeks ago.
I worked as a governess too, but I had to leave. That was why I was on the streets.
Why did you leave?
I cannot say. That is my secret to keep.
Once you are well, you can write to your friends and family.
I am absolutely without friends and family.
What a strange position to be in at your age, Miss Elliott.
You said your name was Jane Elliott.
I did say that, and that is the name I shall take at present, but it is not my real name. I do wish to work, though. I will be a servant, a nursemaid, anything.
I am off to find work for you.
In chapter 29, we really see Jane begin to find another home and a stable life.
Let's watch the last scenes of the chapters we are covering today.
That's beautiful, Jane. Would you ever draw us?
I would love to.
Come, let's go on a walk.
I need to speak with Jane for a moment.
Yes, Mr. St. John?
Diana and Mary will be returning to their post soon. I'm glad to see you've become such good friends, but you have work now.
Thank you so much, sir.
Don't get your hopes up. It's a lowly job as a school teacher for poor country children.
That will suit me just fine.
I feel as if you will grow restless there, as I at times am as a missionary, and your gifts and accomplishments will be wasted.
Sir, as long as I am keeping busy and I'm doing something that can help another, I shall not grow restless. And don't worry about my gifts. They will keep.
We got a letter in the mail today. Our Uncle John has passed. He left his belongings to some unknown. He was the one who led our father into the horrible business deal.
I'm sorry, Mr. St. John. Are you guys leaving?
Oh, yes, you.
I miss you too.
Would you like to see the cottage Miss Rosamond got you?
I would love to. This will be perfect.
Are you enjoying teaching? Is it more difficult than you expected?
On the contrary, no. I believe in time my students and I would get along very well.
Glad to hear it.
Good evening, Mr. Rose.
Good evening, Miss Oliver.
You must be the new teacher at Morin. Does your house suit you?
Yes,
Have I furnished it nicely?
quite.
I would love to come up and teach with you sometime.
I would like that very much.
St. John, Papa says you have become a stranger. You hardly ever come and visit.
It's not a seasonable hour to visit.
I believe it is. Come, we will have tea.
No, Miss Rosamond, not tonight.
Why are you being so shy and stubborn?
Not tonight.
Well, then I must leave you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Common themes through Jane Eyre that we have discussed in these chapters are the search for a home and stability, God and religion versus passion and love, and having morals and strength in difficult times.
Jane Eyre is a timeless novel that has many valuable lessons.
These chapters in particular show the depth of Jane's character and show the most intense and heartbreaking scenes she goes through in the novel.
If I were to take away one lesson from Jane Eyre in these chapters we discussed, it would be that strength and faith will get you through the hardest times.
That is all for today, and thank you for watching Book Talk.
Oh my god! Okay, come on!
Proceed.
We must do an investigation. Mr. Edward Fairfax Rochester.
Guys! Hannah, that was so girly. It's fine, it's fine. Again!
Why are you being so shy and stubborn? Why are you being so shy and stubborn? Why are you being so shy and stubborn?